What's up, everybody? I always forget where we stop and leave off with others' videos, so if this is a brand new video, hey. If it's not and I'm just an adding on, rock and roll. So we're up at the land, we're putting the pipe for the septic line through the foundation wall, we're putting the water line through the foundation wall, sort of getting it prepped for backfill this week. But in addition to that, we need to run the water line that's going to come from the cistern and meet up with the water line that goes through the foundation wall. So that one comes through the foundation wall, is going to run about 20 feet over to the side of the building, where it's going to come up from the ground and go into an accessory building that will hold the cistern. That connection at the bottom be about 8 feet down, 7 feet down. So I'm going to insulate the water line so that when it goes into the ground, you know, it's a little less chance of the water line freezing, you know, once it comes up into the cistern. With that being said, a huge shout out and a huge thank you to Wild Wonderful Off Grid. I believe it's Josh and Aaron. You guys have a killer channel. You know you have a killer channel because it's awesome. You do great videos. Super inspiring to me, and I'm sure a ton of other people. Your house is beautiful. I'm super excited for you guys. Your family's fantastic, and you guys have great content. A lot of effort, I'm sure, goes into that. You guys did a video a year or two ago insulating your water line coming up from underneath the house, and since your A-frame's not skirted, you guys were saying, hey, we're a little bit concerned about the water line freezing, as am I. Northeast Pennsylvania, it gets cold here, and the way that we're coming up from underground into the cistern, it's sort of just, you know, do the best you can. So the idea is the same as they did. They insulated a big piece of PVC pipe. I don't know, I forget the size, maybe 4 or 6 inch. I ended up with a 6 inch. It was the easiest to find. And the idea was run the 1 inch line through the 6 inch pipe. Whatever you could get as like a styrofoam spacer. I just had something laying around, so I cut 2 pieces, put it together, put a 1 inch hole. These are going to slide through the water line in order to suspend that water line in the middle of the 6 inch pipe. I drilled a whole bunch of holes 6 inches apart all the way down the pipe so that I could fill up the pipe with foam. So the idea is then is that you're basically insulating that 1 inch line, and then I'm going to stick the pipe through the ground and you know, crimp it up at the 90 at the bottom where it meets the water line coming out of the foundation wall. So try and show you what I'm doing, but thank you big time to Wild Wonderful Off Grid. I put the styrofoam pieces on, 2 on each side, 2 on that side, and just marked off generally where I want that styrofoam to sit between the holes of foam. So I marked them off, and I'm going to use the rebar, or at least try to push the foam down in there. And then once I get this one pushed down to there, this one's going to sit close to the end. I'll push the one in from the other side, then put the other one close to the end. And then the good thing is the pipe's not moving inside either, so it's not pushing the other foam back. At least it doesn't seem like it is. That one might have pushed it back. We're going to try and pick up where we left off with the At least the 90 went on this time. I'm just trying to keep the 90 where I want it, so when we fish it back through and foam it, it's in the right spot. But I think what I'm going to do is pop a cinch clamp down here and still seal a pipe clamp around it here, just to be on the safe side. So that's that, and then the idea is that it'll sit right around there for the other hose clamp to get put on. Okay, so now that we have the waterline through and all those styrofoam spacers are, generally spaced out between the tube, the fittings on the end, I think it's lined up fairly nicely. Basically what I want to make sure of is that where the 90 turns, when the PVC sits on the dirt, I want to make sure that that fitting is up high so it doesn't sit down in the ground. And it looks pretty good right now, so we're going to foam it and sort of hope from the best. And I think what I'm going to do is foam, I have a styrofoam about here and about here, so I'm going to start foaming in the inside. And then I'm going to start working my foam on the way out. All right. What's up, everybody? So, quick walk around. Just a rough backfill over the past couple days, and then this is the stub out for the clean out for the septic line, and then this is the stub out for the septic line here as well. That's the clean out, and then this will obviously go all the way down through the woods down to the tank and then up to the field. But at least it's prepped for when we start in the springtime. I think another couple weeks and no more septic will be getting put in up here to be too cold. But this is the backfill. Turned out really good. And again, just like a rough, you know, when we'll let this settle now over the winter time while we build, and then come springtime, come out and do a final grade. It's a nice, pretty steep slope. Hopefully we can grade that off a little bit. But so far so good. Also started our, as I would call our boulder field. This is basically just a build up for the building that's going to be here. This is basically just filler, and then the two corner rocks will hopefully be used as footings to hold the frame, and then it'll all get filled in with some rock and then some modified and plate compact, all that good stuff to make it rock hard. And that way the cistern that's going to sit up in this corner, which is the shallow corner, pretty much be sitting on already rolled dirt. That corner's just a little low, and that should make it all good up here. For the water pipe, I feel really bad because it was something I was so excited to show everybody how that went down and got connected. Again, just like they did on Wild Wonderful Off Grid, Aaron and Josh, it's a 6-inch PVC pipe, 10 feet long. There's about 5 feet or so sticking out, maybe a little more, and about 5 feet under, and it's all foamed with the 1-inch Waterline coming through and then going down underneath the foundation wall. And that worked out really well, but I was working with a little bit of a time constraint because obviously they were helping me out by trenching for the Waterline. So when I was making the connection, which I think I videoed, I just didn't get a chance to get up close and personal where you could see the connections, but that all worked out really well. But yeah, this is some of the leftover, bigger rocks from what got pulled out. They were nice enough to kind of drop a few over here and just call it like almost like a displacement, so it'll take a little less rock to fill up. But all in all, really good. I think before they head out today, they're gonna spread some of this rock in a pile over there so I can use it, and then the rest is just going to get pushed over the driveway for now just to make it even that much prettier. But the driveway got completed in the back. It's not rolled. They'll roll it in the springtime when we bring some other equipment back, but for right now it got finished, got keyed, it got the rest of the red shale, and then they finished the swale, or I should say they're finishing the swale right now. So they're going to throw some seed in there and some straw and all that good stuff, and should be in good shape. But pretty happy with where we are, and hopefully in the next maybe week and a half, 2 weeks, we'll be back up here doing some walls. So all in all, good to go. Yeah, thanks for checking in, and see you guys on the next video. I guess that cinch crank.